What if reality is in itself incomplete? You know which I most like in my obscenity? The theological version of this, which is wonderful, of this paradox, which is this one. Why do we have the quantum sphere where things are not yet ontologically fixed, but wave oscillations and so on? Because God created the world for us. And when he was programming it, he thought we will never be able to move beyond the atom. So why should God lose time programming all the quantum details? But now, as they say, as you say, I think in English, we caught God with his pants down, as it were. We got him, and this is now nice philosophical point. It's from my new book that I'm now finishing. So not only is for me quantum physics in this incompleteness not subjectivist or theological mind, the observer creates reality, but it's more materialist. In what sense? Einstein himself, in his eternal polemics with Niels Bohr, insisted that there must be totally determined, we know the story, objective reality and so on. And he uses the word there, divine. He says this is something like divine
God
dimension, this harmony of... Yeah, and all that. But the lesson of quantum physics is not that God is deceiving us, but that God, which is for me simply, I'm not a believer. The knowledge embodied in our tradition, our common image of reality, is in itself deceived. Like there is more in reality. There are things that do not fit our ordinary everyday perception. All science is about this. Real modern science, that's why I'm for it, beginning with Galileo. I think that till Galileo, science was basically bringing up the notion more or less of our everyday concepts or philosophy, like Aristotle, heavy objects fall down and so on, it's kind of everyday ontology. Then the first big break was with, I think it was Galileo, who put this idea that an object, if it moves in space without external influence, it's not at peace, but it moves with the same velocity in the same direction and so on. So that the zero state, the common sense pre-scientific version is that objects are intrinsically at peace. And then you need something, at least mechanical object. With life, it gets complicated. And then we go on and on. Einstein and then quantum physics, we get image, it's not a good term, even image, of reality which simply cannot be translated into our everyday experience of reality. That's for me something incredible about science. So again, science is absolutely not any kind of just one discourse among the others and so on and so on. It is in some sense the greatest thing we have.